Friends, does this sound familiar? Every time you take your meal, instead of feeling energized, you feel like taking a nap. Every single time. And you think, maybe I ate too much, or maybe my metabolism is slowing down. But what if the problem is not what you're eating and how much you're eating, but the fire that is inside you is barely burning? Let's look at what ancient yogis have to say about this and the solution the science of yoga brings forward to us. Namaste friends. Imagine a furnace which is burning inside every human being. And when that fire inside you is strong enough, the food becomes energy. It becomes clarity, it becomes vitality. You feel strong and energized as soon as you had a meal. You eat and you feel alive. But when this fire is weak, something strange happens. The same food, the same meal that you just had, instead of giving you energy, it starts to slow you down. It sits there, undigested, and not just in your stomach, but into your entire system. And friends, trust me, it is a catch-22 situation. If you feel heavier after a meal, you want to move slow. If you move slow, then your fire inside your tummy gets weaker. And the weaker this fire gets, the next meal feels more heavier. A cycle, a slow, silent cycle that most of us never realize. And friends, I was the same. I was eating while working, while scrolling. In fact, sometimes I did not even remember what I ate 5 minutes later. The food went in, but the energy I was looking for was never there. I was always lazy and lethargic. I even struggled to do normal chores in the house even after my meal. All I wanted to do is just take a nap. And friends, for some people, this can be a real problem. If your metabolism is slow, then you can put on weight, a lot of weight. In yogic philosophy, this fire is called Agni. And Agni just doesn't digest the food. It transforms that into energy, vitality, clarity. It digests our experiences. It even digests our emotions. And it transforms them into energy and intelligence. Friends, if this Agni is strong, every time you eat, you feel alive, energetic. But if this Agni is weak, you feel dead as soon as you had your meal. So now you may ask, what kills this fire? There are 3 things, friends, that yoga tells us that kills this Agni really fast. And all 3 of them are the habits of modern life. First of all, the habit of eating without presence. Yes, friends, eating while distracted. Our phone in one hand and the fork in the other one. When your brain is focused on a screen, your body cannot register that you're eating. And as a result, that furnace doesn't light up. That fire, that Agni never lights up. Friends, pause for a moment. Think about your last 3 meals. Were you fully present when you were eating? Were you even aware of what exactly you have eaten in the last 3 meals? And how exactly you felt after your meal? Was it heavy, sluggish, or energized? That fire, that Agni is trying to talk to you. It's not audible, but it can only be felt. Problem number 2, eating when we are not hungry. Just not to kill the hunger, but out of boredom or stress or to fill the time. Whenever we do this, we are simply pouring fuel on a fire that is not lit. And finally, friends, problem number 3, eating food that doesn't have any life in it. Cold, stale, overcooked, heavily processed food. Food that has lost its pran, its life force. In such a situation, the Agni, that fire, has to do twice the work to digest the food. And when the Agni, that fire, cannot digest the food, that doesn't transform into energy. In yogic texts, this is called ama, undigested residue. Think of it as a smoke of a fire that doesn't burn clean. It coats, it blocks, it makes you feel foggy, sluggish, heavy. The very food that was supposed to nourish us starts to slow us down. So what do? The modern life is demanding. It is hard to find solutions. Friends, we don't have to turn to a diet book to find a solution. In fact, the ancient practice of yoga, which has understood energy long before the modern science has, got 3 solutions for us. Yes, 3 simple solutions. Practice number 1, eating in silence for the first 5 minutes. Very simple, right? Every time you sit to eat, for the very first 5 minutes, don't talk. No distraction. Just focus completely on your food. Just look at your plate. What exactly you're eating. Try and figure out all the ingredients, how the food was cooked, how the food was even grown. Think about the farmers. Think about the people who have got the food to you. Think about the people who have cooked that meal for you, if that's not you. And friends, that's all it takes to turn on that furnace. Your brain registers that you are ready to eat the food. Food is now coming in. It needs to digest it. The Agni needs to light up. Practice number 2. Wait for the real hunger. Not stressed hunger, not hunger which has originated from boredom, but real hunger. And if you're not sure, just drink half a glass of warm water and see if you're still feeling hungry. If you do, then only sit to eat. Practice number 3. If possible, eat warm and freshly cooked food. Our jawline is designed to eat fresh vegetables and fruit. Add them in every single meal if possible. Heavily processed and heavily cooked food creates a lot of tension for that furnace. And as a result, it cannot digest everything we eat. Friends, warm and fresh food contains pran, that life force that nourishes us. That fire, that Agni, which is waiting for the food to come. As soon as it realizes the food is warm and fresh, contains the life force, transforms it into vitality and the energy that you need to run your day. So friends, all these 3 practices, I understand can be hard sometimes, but if we are conscious enough of our act of eating, if we are conscious enough of what we are eating, if we are conscious enough when exactly we are eating, then the problem disappears. The problem of laziness, heaviness, totally disappears. And friends, remember, these are not rules. These are simple ways of living a conscious and SAJAG life, right? Imagine this. Every time you eat your meal, your body feels light. It feels energetic. You want to do stuff. You want to go out and act. And that energy is not created by a fake ingredient like coffee or sugar. It has created by transforming your food, which has life in it. Real energy, energy that has come from a fully transformed food. And that is exactly what it means to eat with Agni. That is exactly what it means to eat consciously without autopilot. So friends, if you want to take away just one thing from this video, it's this. Agni, that fire that's burning in your furnace, is for real transformation. Transforms not just food, but your experiences and your emotions. The emotional state that you are in when you're eating, the presence that you put in when you're eating, and when exactly you're eating makes a huge difference. When your fire burns clean, every single act of eating becomes a ritual of renewal. Renewal of your energy, renewal of your life force, renewal of your pran. So I hope you found some value in this video, friends. Stay happy, stay healthy, eat with presence. Namaste.